Yo, what's going on? It's your dog Artman the Great. Back with another boxing conversation. Let me turn this shit up a little bit so y'all can see me. Man, hold on a second. No, I don't kill my light. Fuck it. Man, that shit funny as hell with Frank Martin and Javante Davis, dude. I've been laughing for like the past 30 minutes. My family over there in their barbecue and shit. I'm in a whip, you know what I'm saying? Smoking my J, you know what I'm saying? Got a little drink or whatever. I'm talking this boxing. Look, this nigga Frank Martin, dog. He really, man, I love his energy and I love Tank's energy too. And I respect it. I respect the hell of it. I know a lot of people like to say, oh, our man's a hater. He hate Tank and all that shit, bro. I don't hate Tank to the point where it's like I'm gonna boycott his fights and shit like that. Nah, I'm gonna support that shit because he's fighting another brother and a brother that I respect, not just some random ass motherfucker. It's he fighting Frank Martin. And this shit is fucking funny, man, because he telling Frank Martin like, "Oh, you got too your muscles, you too swole, your arms too big." It's funny, man. Uh, but we gonna get into it. Let me post this link and let everybody know we on here live real quick before we really start cooking real quick. But man, Tank is comedy. He's comedy. He's good for boxing. Um, he is the face of boxing, faces of boxing, and I can't do nothing but respect it. But there's a lot of shit that he said in this interview that got me looking like, huh? What? What is okay? One thing I gotta speak on is the whole oh, I don't believe Ryan Garcia is on PEDS. How you gonna say you don't believe Ryan is on PEDS? And then later on in the interview, asks Frank, is he on the same PEDS that Ryan Garcia is on? So I'm just like, either this guy, either he kind of slow, or he just purposely trying to troll people. I'm gonna chalk it up to him purposely trying to troll people because I know a lot of people try to throw it out there and say that Javante Davis ain't educated because uh, he's not as articulate, as the next man. But that's neither here nor there. But anyways, man, I'm loving it, man. Frank Martin, he's funny, dude, because he ain't backing down. He ain't backing down. You can't do nothing but respect a nigga that's not backing down, a nigga that's not scared. Cause these niggas be scared. They be scared of Tank, high key. And if you scared of bro going into the fight, you gonna lose. My bad, I'll send my iPad up or whatever. But niggas be scared of Tank coming into the fight. And for the first time in a while, we got somebody that ain't scared of bro. And I love it because you go into the fight on some bitch made, respectful, I'm already respecting you all, type of shit. I can't rock with that because it's showing me signs of like you're gonna fucking fold. Like Kovalev versus Canelo Alvarez. Like, bro, I hate that. Even Mongeia Canelo Alvarez, bro. I don't like that. I'm super respectful shit. You know, I don't want to push your buttons. Nah, Frank, he held his own. He stands his ground. He held his ground. He wasn't afraid. He told that man straight up. My favorite part of the interview is when they talk about the sparring. And he's talking about like, yo, like, so what's up, nigga? What happened in that sparring? What happened in the first round? What happened? And Javante Davis, salute to Javante because he told the truth. He said he told him, bro. He told the truth. He said, man, you hit me with a brick hand. And the fact that he keeps on saying brick hand, it makes me wonder, like, is he saying like that's how hard that nigga hit him? He cracking like that? Woo. I mean, he cracking like that? Hold on. This is for fair use only, y'all. Fair use only. YouTube.
was when you fought Pedraza. I met some real shit. Oh, hey, what was your first fight when you knew it was real?
I'm over here just
when you start, you gonna go outside, you gonna do what you do. Don't live that life. You can't just be like a little later, but I've been getting punched since they was kids. But it's a difference. But it's
the only salute art.
That what's the name? That will help him. I don't even know. That's our game plan crazy. That's it. We got great.
So we got a good game plan. We like that. Okay. Hold on, it's fair use only. I'm just scrolling through this shit.
Because boxing, honestly, a lot got to do with.
I'm not gonna lie. Gilly the Kid and Wallow. They definitely was on some pro Tank shit.
Beat the fuck up your whole life.
But that's cool though, because they know Tank. They probably don't know Frank Martin for real. But after this interview, I'm pretty sure they respect Frank Martin.
In my life though, but I don't never slack. You know what I mean? No matter when you start, you gonna go outside, you gonna do what you do.
Okay, and one part of the interview, Tank he keeps on mentioning that, yo, you started late. I started when I was a kid. You started late. You ain't supposed, like basically saying that he's too inexperienced to fuck with Gervonta, which could be true. But one thing I like about Frank is that like he's letting it be known, like, no, nigga, I'm here with you for a reason. I'm here for a reason. There's a reason why I'm in here about to fight you. And I like the fact that he mentioned the Pedraza fight, because he's like, yo, you kind of got prepped for that type of shit. Like the Pedrazas of the world. Nigga, I'm skipping a lot of steps. I'm jumping straight into the Top Gun, which is you, nigga. And I like that shit. I like the fact that he's confident. And a lot of folks, I just don't see it, man. Actually, I do see it, because a lot of these folks, they're not from the Midwest. So they're looking at Frank, and they see that Frank is not out here calling him a bitch or trying to joke on him and say that, oh, your clothes is tacky or just say any old shit, normally the normal shit that we see on social media. So they take that as a sign of weakness. But no, I've been trying to tell people from the jump, Midwest people, not everybody from the Midwest, but solid folks from the Midwest, they don't do a lot of talking. They don't do a lot of talking. And that's why he keeps on saying things like, yo, you remember what happened in the sparring, but fuck that sparring. June 15th, it's coming. Davis versus Tank gonna be a fuck. Davis versus Tank, or Tank versus Bard gonna be a problem. And matter of fact, speaking of that, everybody go to artmanapparel.com and get the best boxing merch in boxing. I just dropped that. I call it the One versus the Ghost, a new illustration hoodie that I just dropped on my website. Let me show y'all real quick, because this shit fire. I cannot wait till this shit print up. Right here, hold on, right there. Yeah, look at that shit right there, man. You see that? And I just got the press conference image of that, so I painted that up real quick. Man, this just gonna be fire on the t-shirt. I cannot fucking wait. But y'all go to artmanapparel.com right now to get that. But anyways, back to this shit, right? Said bet. Yeah, go get that shit. This is gonna be fight of the year. It's gonna be fight of the year. And I've always said this prior to the Devin Haney fight. I always said this. Gervonta Davis versus Frank Martin is a better fight because it's two FBA fighters fighting that's standing on business. No bullshit, no trolling, no peds, nigga. Just straight two American athletes that's standing on business. They ain't scared of each other. Ain't no weird shit going on. No trolling, no bringing up the Bohemian Grove and all that bullshit, Illuminati. None of that. They go into the platforms where the viewers are watching, which is the $1 million worth of game. And they speak it, man. I love this shit. The fact that you got both of these niggas on there is pressure. Said, make sure we support these brothers, man. Buy the fight, buy the merch. Yes, buy the fight, buy the merch. Buy the fight from them. Buy the exclusive Art Man Apparel illustration t-shirt inspired by this fight from me. But yeah, breaking down they're talking about the sparring, right? I like Gervonta because he kept it real. He said, yeah, you caught me with that brick hand. You caught me. It sounded like Frank's story is a lot more believable than Javante just saying, "Oh, I heard him," and Errol Spence. No, nah, it sounded more and more realistic when it's coming from Frank at this point because he's telling you, and he's right there telling him like, "Yo, you remember, we sparred, got in the ring, or whatever." But this could be true as well. Javante said Frank was hesitant to get in the ring. He said he was scared, but I feel like he could have been hesitant to get in the ring with Javante because, of course, this nigga's a power puncher and you're inexperienced. He's probably even more inexperienced then. So, yeah, got in the ring. It sounds like he said got in the ring with him, you know, after convincing from probably Floyd Mayweather. I think I heard him say that before. But he got in the ring and it sounds like he cracked him in the first round. And Javante resorted to, nigga, I'm gonna scuffle you up. And Frank, like he said, has a background in wrestling. He probably was muscling him up too. And you already know he's a naturally bigger guy, and he looks a lot stronger. Looks, I'm just saying, looks. You never know, but looks a lot stronger. So they was in there wrestling, and that was that. But Javante did say he got off on him, and Frank he didn't deny, but he asked him, "What did you hit me with exactly?" But I love that energy because it lets me know that these brothers have history. It's not something new that they're walking into. Of course, walking under the bright lights is different from Spartan, but this ain't completely new because you've been in there with them. But it's different when you fight with the different ounce gloves. So of course we mind all take fights. He the face of boxing like good brother Ray Jackson taught me. We only boycott Devin fights. Nigga, hell no. I don't boycott no Devin fight. I support all Devin fights. Because he gave me fights I wanted to see. Even though, look, I was saying that this Ryan Garcia fight was some bullshit from the jump, but it is what it is. I was saying, like, if those who watch my channel, I was saying that, man, I just want him to get past this fucking fight so he can go on and do better things. Because I don't know, I don't view Ryan as that. And I still don't view Ryan as a good fighter. I view Ryan as a fucking cheater now. But speaking of cheating, Javante Davis, man, they asked him in the interview, they said, so, Ryan Garcia, he did pop dirty. And Take talk about some, nah, I don't believe that shit. And if, of course, Frank Martin, that's supposed to be his stablemate. He ain't trying to ruffle no feathers. So this nigga talk about some, basically I can't speak on that type of shit. Which is cool, but nigga like me, I would have said, nigga, that ain't me. That nigga got his own situation going on. We both paid Derek James, but nigga, we ain't paying it together, nigga. I got my own separate thing going on with Derek James. I ain't taking no pets. But then yeah, this guy Javante, they talk about, his size because Frank Martin, he do look big. And I'm not saying big like Anthony Joshua, like tall and bulky. He's looking like real cut up. You know what I'm saying? His muscle definition is showing a lot more than Javante Davis. And I understand that type of shit don't win fights. It don't. But you can't act like the man, isn't in shape. It looks like he's ready. They both look ready. He a little fat face a little bit, Javante, but he got until June 15th. But he do look a little fat face, just a little bit. But yeah. Anyways, look, I'm rocking with this fight because one, two undefeated brothers that I know. It's not no random shit like, oh, this Javante's fighting, you know, some random guy that we don't know, like Isaac Cruz, And not saying just because you don't know this person, the person ain't good. I'm just saying it's somebody that I know, me personally. And I know what Frank Martin is capable of. So yeah, I'm interested in this fight. Heavy. Do I think that Javante Davis is gonna win this fight? Of course, because he's the more experienced fighter. On paper, he's supposed to win this fight with flying colors. This is supposed to be nothing. But me being a fan of Frank Martin, I'm rooting for him because I do have bias, the Midwest bias. I'm rocking with Frank Martin. I want to see him pull this shit off. I want to see a new player in the game. And I want to see some of these fans humbled. Because now the whole, these guys were talking about Gervonta Davis beats motherfucking Errol Spencer Jr. and Terrence Crawford and shit. I'm like, man, like, you got to bring him back into reality. So I'm pretty sure Frank is the guy that will put a beating on Tank. But who knows, man? Tank might go in there and fucking slice him up. I just want to see a great fight. I'm supporting it. Two FBA brothers going at it for sure. But anyway, he said, man, come on, brother. You sound like academics with Drake. Tank gonna run Frank over. Yeah, he's projected to run him over, of course. Said Dante, what up, bro? Yeah, he's supposed to run him over. Let's be real. Let's keep it all the way 100. I'm a Frank fan, so of course I'm gonna give Tank credit if he beats him because I've been a fan of Frank for a minute and I know what he's capable of, despite people calling him a 30-year-old prospect or whatever. I've been said dude was a top contender because of his win over Michelle Rivera, who was also a contender as well. But anyways, my thing is this. I understand that what Frank is capable of, but I do understand that Gervonta is a major player in this game, and he's been boxing for a very long time, and he has the skills to show it and the power to end the night early if you wanted to. I do understand that, but niggas got to get in the ring. They have to get in the ring. We have to see it. So yeah, on paper it looks like Gervonta Davis gonna run him over, but we have to see it. We got to see him do it. We definitely do. Say you want Tank humble because fans are being fans. Y'all weird. They do this in every sport. That's true. That's perfectly fine. But it's not just I want him to lose because I don't like him. I'm a fan of Frank Martin. It's not no new shit. And I had to post the receipts on my Twitter today. Like, dude, I've been drawing pictures of Frank Martin and supporting this fight. The Michelle Rivera fight. Nigga, I didn't got a whole beefs with a whole other channel. I know y'all know his name. Y'all probably do. I don't know. What's that guy named? Broadway Joe? Nigga, I had whole fucking live session beefs with this nigga on his channel and my channel because I was rooting for Frank Martin against motherfucking Dominican Michelle Rivera. And I'm saying, yeah, the FBA gonna do this. I'm rocking with Frank. That's my nigga. Now today, I'm rocking with Frank, and it's against, one of the most popular boxers in the game. All of a sudden, it's, Art Man is just a major hater. He don't like this person. He don't whatever. Said, yeah, these Tank fanboys better hope and pray everything they say about that man comes true because if Frank go in there and beat him, I'm talking big shit. Me included. I'm talking big shit because it's not just like, I'm going to be off cold like, oh my God, somebody just beat him, that I dislike. I'm going to take that as a victory. Nah, somebody that I like want to fight against another fighter that I like, that I know is, a killer. I know Tank is a fucking dog. Of course. He got that power. I done seen him knock out niggas, with that uppercut. But I also seen niggas survive. I seen Cruz. I seen Cruz pop up, go decision, man. And now, that side, the Mexican fans, a lot of them are saying, hey, man, that fight's a little closer than expected. They should run it back, you know. And not saying that, Cruz and Frank are the same type of fighter. I feel like Frank is a better fighter, actually, at 135 than Pitbull Cruz. And that's just my opinion. Said, why does everyone have to prove their support for anyone? Folk like who they like. I'm riding with Frank in particular fight to anyone else's Tank. Because it's like this, bro. You got these major fanboys who really like, they get on this shit where it's like, bro, they want to hate you. They want to see you, you know what I'm saying, over. They want to end your channel all because you talking about Gervonta Davis. If you say, man, I don't like just the whole performance enhancing drug situation with Ryan Garcia. I'm just cooking. I'm saying, man, hey, look, I'm not feeling the Gervonta Davis defending Ryan Garcia because that's just a bad example for boxing. Like, you can't go into a fight, test positive, and then say, oh, the test is wrong. It's some bullshit without actually showing me why it's some bullshit. How is it some bullshit? You just can't say, oh, it's a lie. No, it's not a lie. That's why they have these tests. It's not like somebody just made it up. Like niggas came to a vote. Nobody came to a vote, nigga. That's his piss. It came back dirty. What do you want us to do? Say, nah, it's not true? Nah, fuck that. And that shit, that's putting a black eye on boxing because people gonna look at it and be like, damn, y'all got niggas fighting and on pads and niggas keeping their belts and that doesn't even make sense. We really confusing the fuck out of casual fans for real if you think about it. Imagine being a casual fan, right? And you thinking that you just gonna enjoy, you see the zone, it keeps on popping up on your TV. You purchase it, the motherfucking Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia. And then you hear news about niggas missing weight and you see in the fight, you see, oh, okay, well, this guy looks good. He's beating this guy up, decision, great fight, I like it. And then you get an ESPN notification, oh, this fighter just fucking cheated. Devin Haney still keeps his belt because Ryan didn't make the fucking weight limit and Ryan tests positive for 2 performance enhancing drugs. Niggas gonna be scratching their head like, what the fuck did I just watch? So you're telling me the shit that I just watched was something different? The guy cheated? What the fuck? That's confusing the fuck out of fans. And now when this nigga get banned, they gonna be like, damn, fuck, he's banned. Well, let me see what he's talking about. The Illuminati. The Illuminati set him up. That's confusing the fuck out of fans. So fans gonna be looking at this shit like, what do you mean the Illuminati setting them up? How the hell the Illuminati set up his drug test? Some crazy ass shit. But you say it's funny Tank talking about going to 140 to fight Ryan, but he don't want to go to 140 to fight. Bro, I'm just gonna take that as trolling. I have to take that as trolling because if I try to rationalize it and try to make it make sense, it's only gonna confuse me. So I'm gonna just take it as trolling because he went on the $1 million worth of game and he's talking about some, yeah, I don't believe the niggas on peds. And then look at Frank and that is look at he's really observing Frank looking at him because let's be real, if you're about to fight somebody in the next couple months, if you get a face to face with this nigga, you're gonna you know, observe and look with your eyes and see, okay, let me see how this nigga's looking. How do I, let me posture a little bit and see what you know. So he's looking at Frank and he's seeing that this dude is muscular and he's looking like, okay, are you on that shit too? Like, why would you ask him if he's on that shit and then say you don't believe Ryan was on that shit? That doesn't make any sense. So I'm just gonna take it as trolling. I have to take it as trolling because if I try to make it make sense, it's gonna confuse me. Said he know Ryan was dirty for some reason. I feel like some reason Tank wants to feel some type of credit from Ryan win over Dev. I think he doesn't want that older return because it made him feel better. Said, yeah, trolling is the best way to take it. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't. And I know Gilly the Kid and Wallow, they listening to the shit and they like take the money, so they just gonna ride with it. They just gonna ride with it. But I know they looking at Frank like, okay, Tank, this nigga ain't talking. He ain't talking like a pushover. He ain't talking like a nigga that's coming here to lay down. He said you made the wrong decision picking me. And Tank said a lot of niggas saying that. I haven't heard them. I haven't heard his opponents say that. I ain't hear Rolly say that. I ain't hear Cruz say that. I ain't hear none of them say that you picked the wrong guy fighting me. It seemed like this the only nigga that he fighting that got a goddamn post outside of Cruz. And Cruz came in on a short camp. So y'all look, niggas love talking about excuses. Niggas love talking about excuses, right? This nigga went in there with Cruz. Cruz had a motherfucking, he just got off the couch. That nigga he was having dinner with his family. He having a little carne asada with the little tequila. He was sipping that with his fam. And then Al Heyman called him through a translator. He had the translator on the motherfucking, on the other line. Called him up, allegedly, and said that we got, we need somebody to fight you because Rolly on some Me Too shit. You think he gonna say no? I heard they paid that dude like a couple 100,000, not even like no M's or no shit like this, like a couple 100,000 to get off the couch and fight Tank. And he got off the couch to fight Tank and he survived 12 rounds, nigga. And looked like he didn't get beat up either. And folks say, oh, Tank hand was hurt. Well, this nigga came in off the couch, nigga. So imagine with somebody who has a full camp who didn't watch that fight and notice, oh shit, if I keep my hand up, because go back and watch that Cruz fight. He went in there, he boxed beautifully with that one hand. I do understand he was injured. He did box beautifully with that one hand and survived. But go back and watch that fight. When motherfucking he threw that first uppercut and it got caught by Cruz, his eyes bucked and he was like, oh shit. He got the boxing ability to understand that something's gonna come back. So he tried to duck, you know, but he looked at him like, oh shit, you wasn't supposed to catch that motherfucking uppercut. Usually if I hit somebody with that, it's over. And if you look at it, it kind of looked like he fucked up his hand throwing the fact that it got caught like that. Cause it looked like his shit kind of like he threw that shit pretty hard. And Cruz caught that shit. But now you're about to fight somebody who has a full camp, has one of the hottest coaches in the game. This, regardless if you don't like him or not, got one of the hottest coaches in the game. And he's determined. He ain't scared of you. He already been in the ring with you before. So yeah, this is going to be an interesting fight. To real boxing fans, they understand that this is not going to be no walk in the park. Regardless if they like to call Frank a 30-year-old prospect or say, you know, Frank ain't this, Frank ain't that. They know it's going to be a competitive fight until it isn't. Let's see who's going to land that bomb first. But I'm loving this interview from both of them. He know Frank ain't no slouch. He coming to shake some. I'm excited. Hold on, y'all give me 1 second, man. Hold on. Yeah, man. But yeah, it's gonna be a good fight, man. Um, I'm rooting for Frank, but I do understand that Tank he can end this because, like, he's right. He has the more experience than Frank Martin. But Frank a dog too. And let's be real. When's the last time we seen motherfucking Javante Davis fight an undefeated foundational Black American fighter? I don't even remember. I can't even like think about it. I can't think about it. I don't know. I've never seen Tank fight anybody black ever. So, if he go in there and he does this, get him out of there, I'll salute him. I'll give him credit because I'm a fan of Frank Martin. I'm not gonna be a hater and be like, nah, I ain't rocking with it because it's Tank. I ain't giving them no credit. Nah, I'm giving them all the credit. It's a good win at lightweight. That's a hell of a win at lightweight. Yeah. Said boxing's my favorite sport, but more and more starting to hate this shit. Yeah, man. I gotta see how they really gonna do this. See, because you know, the people that I know that's involved in boxing are telling me that with this Ryan Garcia situation, it's going to be, it's looking pretty ugly because it happened in New York City, or it happened in the New York Commission under their watch. So, and they don't play about that type of stuff because they already had to pay out. So I'm hearing rumblings of them saying that he might have to do a 2-year suspension. But if they find that third ped in the system, if that shit's confirmed, if it's a third one, people don't understand that shit's like a felony. Each one is like a felony. You didn't get caught with one ped. If he just got caught with that Ostarine in the system, I'm telling you, he'll probably beat it. My dude was on the live yesterday saying that nah, he feels like he's gonna beat it. I'm like, nah. If he would have just got caught with that Ostarine, he probably would have beat it because he probably would have blamed it on some bullshit ass supplement somehow, you know. But the fact that it's two, possibly three, and then one of them confirmed is nandrolone, something that we know for sure that you can't get. You can't get that shit from the store. You can't get nandrolone from the store. You can't get nandrolone from the store. You can't go to Walgreens or CVS and be like, "Hey man, can I get some nandrolone?" You got to get that shit like prescribed. I heard that shit is for like some of these peds are like for like AIDS patients because when their body's deteriorating, you still need to have like muscle, so they give them something that can help them maintain muscle while their body is going through that change from sickness. So the fact that Ryan is on this and he's not an AIDS patient, man, they gonna cook him. They're probably gonna cook him just off that alone, that natural alone. But they got that ostrich is double. That's still on the list. No matter how you try to scratch it, it's still on the list. And the company that you said with the pills, they ain't already said hell no. They said fuck that shit. The company with the pills that you try to say that you took, some people like hell no. And then Ryan just did an interview where he was like with Canelo Alvarez, talking about Canelo Alvarez or whatever. And that nigga looks spooked. He looks spooked. Like a different type of spook. Like this, now I ain't about to get in a fight with a boxer. I'm getting in a fight with somebody bigger than a boxer right now. So yeah, man. Said he know Frank ain't no slouch. But yeah, for sure. This gonna be a good fight. Definitely gonna be a good fight.
It ain't life. You can't just be like, oh, start the late. You can't do nothing. You can't go out. That sounds crazy as hell. That sounds crazy in the bitch. I'm in the gym. I don't take breaks. For real, for real. To keep it G. I don't take breaks. You don't even know. I follow. I don't care who you follow. I don't take breaks. You don't even know. That's cool. I know. That's cool. I know what's going on. I'm in the gym. I'm active. Year round, bro. Year round. So how this fight going to end? Shit. A knockout? Yeah. Knockout. A knockout? Knockout. That James. Sure. How it going to end?
This nigga said he gonna end in a knockout. Okay, that's the type of shit I'm trying to hear. I'm trying to hear that for sure. I like that. I like that. It's gonna be a classic fight, definitely. And I'm actually appreciative of this fight because not only is it two FBA fighters, it's two skilled fighters. You know, if you're not even thinking about the FBA, is you're looking at two skilled fighters, man. One guy is on a superior level, and one guy has, he could be one of a like a one of a kind type of guy. You never fucking know. Sometimes these guys be having these stories in boxing where they started late and they're still a phenom. Yeah. But anyways, man, I'm out of here. I'll holler at you guys later. ArtMenApparel.com.